Hey everybody, welcome back to the Doggone Positive Way. My name's Maria Ryan. I'm your dog trainer and your host. And today we're going to talk about pet stores. Last week we talked about, oh yeah, you're going to get a puppy, right? I know you guys are going to get a puppy, but I want you to get a puppy from either a rescue group or a reputable breeder or one of the local shelters in your area. So let's talk about it. Let's get into what you need to know about pet stores, what your rights are as a pet owner, and things you need to, kind of look for. Okay, so let's just get right into it. So it was, a discussion that I had yesterday with one of my colleagues, and hey, shout out to Jasmine, the dog trainer. I'll link her in the bottom here, and I've got a weird glare going on because I have a lighting situation forever, okay, and with glasses, etc. So you'll have to bear with me. Sorry, you guys. But I wanted to talk to you about what it means to get a puppy from a pet store. And, sometimes it's like, oh, well, maybe all people don't know yet, but I'm pretty sure in 2024, with the availability of information in Google and Siri, and all the AI resources we have out there now, that you should be pretty aware and educated on the fact that when you purchase a dog, when you get a dog from a pet store, that they do come from puppy mills. What's a puppy mill? People are like, well, I don't know what a puppy mill is. A puppy mill is basically like a farm like a factory farm, really, without slaughter, I guess you could say, for puppies. So what does that mean? So there are dogs that are specific for breeding, and they live their entire life in a crate. And I'm not talking about like a nice crate that's made out of wood and like your furniture, or a pet plastic crate, or even a wire crate or den, or whatever you want to call it. I'm talking about cages made out of wire that you'll see like maybe in like Home Depot for like garden, those rectangular ones. And then the puppies and the mothers are stacked on top of one another. Okay, and the mother is not there for long, obviously, because she needs to go get impregnated again as quickly as possible and make more puppies to make more money and more profit for these supposed breeders. It's really just a business. So Jasmine was talking to me yesterday about how she has a client that has a puppy that is from a pet store, and that is very comfortable laying in its own waste, urine, feces, and eating it. It doesn't matter, and it's disgusting, and that's really not normal behavior for pets, okay, for puppies, for dogs. But when an animal has no choice as to where they can eliminate, and if they can get away from it, or anything, even they really can't get away from it, because remember, I said these crates are stacked, these cages are stacked on top of one another. I'm going to show you a little news clip. The other reason why I felt a need to talk to you about this is I was going through YouTube, and YouTube has a way of just being like, here's a topic that you need to talk about in my face, okay? And this actually came up before I spoke to my colleague Jasmine about pet stores and puppies and puppy mills. New York has banned pet stores from selling puppies, rabbits, cats, etc. So I wanted to share this clip with you guys, just a 2-minute clip. So, and maybe some of you really don't know about puppy mills and where puppies are coming from and what it means. And I want you to look, and I'll try and remember to pause it, so how they are kept.
Stores in New York will no longer be allowed to sell cats, dogs, and rabbits. It comes after a Long Island judge tossed a last-minute lawsuit Friday trying to stop it.
So, what a cute cat, but no with the laser pointer. So You saw the way the puppies were kept in the pet store. There's just shredded paper in there, and there's just a bunch of puppies, and they're young, and they should not be away from their.
But as Derek Waller explains, some people worry the so-called puppy mill pipeline will continue online.
A little Schnauzer puppy and a little Havanese puppy.
These puppies are some of the last dogs for sale at City Pups in Chelsea, with a statewide ban on the retail sale of dogs, cats, and rabbits taking effect Sunday. Home breeders are exempt.
I'm glad that home breeders are exempt because there are reputable breeders, but they're not getting their dogs from reputable breeders. Okay, let's continue to listen.
Ortiz was the longtime manager.
We have 35 employees. That means it's 35 families that we're supporting, and all of those people have to lose their livelihood right before the holidays.
Protesters outside point to conditions at commercial breeding operations like.
Here we go. I'm sorry, let me get rid of these closed captions. Here you go. So you can't really see because of their stuff at the bottom here, their mask, but you can see underneath there are cages just underneath, and these guys on top, and usually they're full. Okay, it's very rare that you'll see more like 3, 4, maybe even more. So these puppies are pooping and peeing, and it's dropping down onto their neighbors underneath.
This one in Missouri. Video shared by the Humane Society.
Jack Russell. I'm not sure. Some kind of hound, probably. Some kind of mutt, really, if you think about it. You're not getting really pure dogs either.
Showing dogs locked up in cages.
This is exploitation. This is cruelty. This is inhumane.
Ortiz says his dogs come from breeders he knows and trusts.
They just say the most outrageous things. They've never lived a mile in our shoes, and honestly, they wouldn't know what a puppy mill was if it slapped them right in the face.
Let me just say this. This guy is saying something that all pet store owners say. They say, I know the breeder that these puppies come from. You know, they're local. Some of them will even say that they're local, but they're not local. They're coming from states like Missouri, even the Amish in Pennsylvania. There is a huge puppy mill situation going on there. So I'm not going to play the rest of this, but you get the idea. So what they're talking about here also is that now that they can't, sell in a store, they're just going to start selling online. And that is true. I mean, we have social media, we have the internet, we have all these different platforms, and you can buy whatever you want, wherever you want, pretty much online, right? So it's not going to stop it. The only way it's really going to stop is if you stop buying and supporting these pet stores. Okay, let me get back to what a lot of these puppy mill pet stores like Petland and the like say they are getting their puppies from breeders they know, and just think about that for a second. What reputable breeder is going to say, here, put my puppy in a store without the mom and have them live in their own excrement, continue that in shredded paper, and sell them for $1,000, $1,500. The puppy that I was talking to my colleague about was $3,000. $3,000. They don't grow out of this. These kinds of behaviors, dogs don't grow out of. This is an ingrained behavior for them. So even when working with a professional, this puppy might not be house trained 100%. And how do I know this? I know this from personal experience because I adopted one of my clients' Jack Russell puppies I knew him from, what, I don't know, 8 weeks old when he came to my first puppy class. And by the second puppy class, she was like, oh, I can't keep him. I'm moving. I'm having trouble house training, et cetera, et cetera. So he was adorable. I fell in love. His name was Scrat. Rest in peace, Scrat. And he was a character. He was a funny dog. He was so adorable. And he was my first Jack Russell. But he would, in the daycare, he would piss on the water bowl. He would pee in his crate. He didn't care. He ate crap. He ate his own shit. He would eat other dogs' shits. He didn't eat shit. He didn't care. It's disgusting, okay? But he did not care. Now, I got him, I want to say, like 98% house trained. So if he was just, I'm just going to pee in my crate just because. And this is not something that they grow out of. I can't like impress upon you more that these kinds of behaviors puppies will not grow out of. If you don't do anything right now with a trainer, you're not going to be successful at all in house training your dog. You will maybe 50%, doubtful. You need to hire a professional immediately. You're probably still going out there and you're going to shop and get a puppy from Petland or a cat or a bird or a gerbil or a rabbit. These are like mass-produced beings, basically. Really, if you think about it, it's mass production and it's all for profit. So maybe they're spending, the pet store owners are spending maybe like, I don't know, $50, maybe $100, say $200 for a puppy. And then they turn around and charge you like $1,500, like I said, up to $3,000, maybe more. Sometimes not even for a real purebred dog. And they will tell you up and down that A, they know the breeder. B, they're AKC registered, which means nothing. It is a piece of paper. I want you to remember that. AKC registry is 0 when it comes to, that being used as an argument that you're like, oh yeah, I know the breeder, they're AKC certified. Who cares? Who cares if they're laying in their own pee and poop? Who cares? It doesn't mean anything. Okay, so that is one thing that I really wanted to say to you. I have little notes here, and think about like a reputable breeder. Like a reputable breeder is going to be almost like you, the purchaser of their puppies, you're under investigation because they love their dogs and their puppies, and they want to do as much investigating about you as a potential pet owner, before they sell you one of their puppies. They don't care that you have money. They care more about the dog. And they will also do all of the pet screening, as health screenings. I'm sorry, not pet screenings, the health screenings, like hip dysplasia, knee problems, heart problems, eye problems, all the genetic things that a lot of these all purebreds have some kind of genetic problem, right? You gotta be realistic about this. So, and it's like, just use boxers, for example. They are prone to cardiac issues, okay? So I want to know that the mother of this boxer puppy that I'm buying is healthy, and has been screened for whatever genetic illnesses that there could potentially be. If it's, a lab, they have a myriad of health problems, but I want to know that their hips are certified. And I want to know that this breeder stands behind their dog so much so that I'm going to sign a contract that says that if I can't keep this dog, that I am able to contact the breeder again and give them the dog back. There's got to be a stipulation in there. You know, there's so many things that go into a contract. The other thing that you need to look for, you know, and consider along with these health problems are, you know, I wish I could call it the 3 H's. It's almost there, but it's not. House training, health, and behavior. Like, let's talk about the genetic predisposition of behavior issues like aggression. Oh my God, that could be like huge. That could be a huge problem for you if the parents were aggressive. If these puppies were mistreated. Also, these animals, these puppies are like shipped, you know, whether it could be on trains, it could be anyway. It's not, there's nothing nice about it. There's nothing nice about a puppy mill, a farm in the middle of nowhere with the crates stacked on top of each other, selling, breeding and selling their pets for profit. Okay. And you know, it's like I said before, you guys know, most of you know. So you choose to be ignorant. You choose to say, well, we know we shouldn't have bought a dog from the pet store. But we did it anyway. Can you like wave your magic trainer wand and make this go away? Or how long is this going to take? Do we have to do more than 3 lessons? Do we have to do group? What do we? Yes, yes, and yes. We have to do everything, especially house training. Okay, especially that. Now, I'm going to keep this pretty short, so I'm kind of bouncing around a little bit. But to wrap up, I wanted to also show you some other sites that I saw that I thought you would be interested in. So this is for purebred cats, and it is called, what is the link? Specialty, or I'm sorry, it's not specialty. It's purebredcatrescue.org. And I mean, they're so cute. And then I've got something else here. I found this on somebody, oh, this is actually Pet Finder. Some of you guys should be familiar with Pet Finder. It's been around for a really long time. And you can go in and you can search by dog and you can put everything in and just say anywhere if you want. Continue. Let's keep going. And I want dogs, and we can go here to breed. Let me make sure this is still sharing. It is. But I just want to just show you how easy it is. And the reason why I'm doing this is that people are like, oh, I need a purebred dog. Well, great. What kind of purebred dog do you want? What do you want? Let's see. What can we get here? Breed. Let's go any, do any, but again, they have 309 breeds here. I can't show it for whatever reason. Oh no. Oh, it's recording everything I'm saying. No wonder. Okay, whatever. You guys get the idea. All right, so this one is another one. Let me show you this. Okay, just sharing. Isn't that puppy adorable? So stinking cute. You can go by age and just go down. And I was just scrolling through. These are some old ladies, old men. So cute. Older dogs are awesome. Huskies. We've got a Bichon. And these are older dogs, granted. Okay, but let's keep going. This is going backwards as far as age is concerned. But look, 7-month-old. Look at that baby. 10-month-old. We get a little younger here. Look at the 5-month-old puppies. Okay, you get the idea. And you can go in and you can find a purebred animal here. And this is just some stats that I found on HSUS's site. And I found this very interesting. 10,000 puppy mills are estimated to be currently active in the United States. And look, here they are here. And, this is just so much abuse, really, if you think about it. It's really abuse. Look at these animals. They're terrified. These guys look so sick. And it's usually these little ones get sold so much, okay? And, they will offer you, let's go through here. This is the ASPCA, their site, and what they are talking about here. Most pet store puppies come from puppy mills. Serious health and behavioral problems. We covered that. And then fancy sounding registrations. Again, the AKC registration. The USDA license. That's easy. These licenses are easy to get. You just pay money. Okay. And the USDA barely goes and records any of these violations, and payment plans, they are unethical and exploitive. It's like, oh, you can't afford it? Oh, that's okay. We can give you, you can pay through a firm or Klarna or whatever, right? Let me see. There's something else here. This is super important. And I've been talking about this for a billion years. This is a puppy lemon law that all your states have. Okay. So, again, this is on Humane Society of the United States at hsus.org or humanesociety.org. And they have all of this information here. It's great information. And they have a way that you can fill out a form. You can report the store. This goes into detail. They're going to investigate and really do some investigating and oversight with these pet stores. And you can also hire an attorney. And this is just a PDF that I happen to find also on HSUS's site. But it goes through, all the states and the laws and the limits. Some have it and some don't. And let's see. Let's just pick Florida because I'm in Florida. So let's just see here. Oops, bouncing around. Oh my goodness. Okay. Here we go. It's talking about the health and the maximum amount, the vet bill reimbursement if purchaser retains the dog. They do some, my mouse is screwed up, you guys. I'm really sorry. But they do some screwed up stuff. Like they'll be like, oh, well, we'll give you the money back for the dog, but you have to return the dog. Nobody's returning the dog. Nobody is doing that. Okay, here we go. Yes, veterinary costs for necessary services and treatments related to attempt to cure or curing the dog not to exceed the purchase price. And that's where it gets sketchy. What if you pay like $1,000 for a dog that comes from a puppy mill? Well, guess what? Your vet bill is probably going to be way more than $1,000. So you need to really do your homework when you're buying a puppy. You want to buy a purebred puppy? Every breed has its own rescue group. Let's just say we want a Belgian Malinois. Boom. We have Malinois. We have a puppy, okay? And we have another puppy right here. And these are all rescue dogs. Another young. Look at the baby. Another puppy, young. I mean, look, 47 pages of Belgian Malinois. 47 pages. So you guys get the idea, right? So every breed pretty much has its own rescue group. I volunteer for English Springer Spaniel Rescue. I do some behavior consulting with them. Also, in the past, I was with, when I had my shop, Siberian Husky Rescue, Poodle Rescue. Like every breed has, and they have puppies. Years ago, yeah, puppies would come in, pretty frequently, but now it's like litters of puppies, of purebred dogs are coming in to rescue. Babies are coming in with their mom, and some are coming in without the mom. Maybe they're a little older. But if you want a purebred dog and you're like hell bent, I want a puppy, please look up the breed rescue group in your area and get connected with them and find a puppy, and go online and find a puppy. And even some of the local shelters will have puppies, purebred puppies. So really do yourself a favor. Don't support these unscrupulous and nefarious and really, at the end of the day, greedy people that are selling puppies that are not from reputable breeders. You want to buy a purebred and spend all that money, find a reputable breeder. They are out there. There's some awesome breeders out there. Nothing against breeders. Like, no, they're good because they do all the health screenings. They do all the hip certifications. They do the eye certifications. They breed, and they're not breeding aggressive dogs over and over and over and over again. Okay, so you're getting a really good dog. Okay, so do your homework. Stop buying pet store dogs, and if you need any help picking out a puppy, I'm here for you. Give me a shout. You know how to reach me at Doggone Positive, pretty much on all social media, or Maria Ryan. And I really love you guys. I hope you have a Merry Christmas and stay safe. And yeah, buy a dog. Adopt a dog. Okay, bye, you guys.